Okay, I'm back with another breakup. So I have another female client, and there's a third party with regards to her and her guy. So I've made little dolls, little black dolls for him and for her. So these dolls have been stuffed with confusion powder and breakup powders, etc., in the head cavity and in the chest cavity. So what I've got is the position. So I've got her doll and his doll, and like I've said before, I like to place the dolls at different ends, whereas her head is here, his head is down here, so they're not looking eye to eye, if that makes sense. And I'm going to put a slice of lime in between them to sour their relationship. Print off, don't use one of your good tarot cards, print off the Tower Tarot. That is a card of discord and things that are just like really negative. So we want to bring that into their sort of, into their life, if that makes sense. So I'm going to wrap that around the dolls and we're going to bind. So as as before, I have doused these dolls in a tranquil oil. If you don't have that, use your breakup oils. Always seeing in your mind's eye, by the way, as you do this, as you are binding your doll. And you're not binding them to each other, you're binding them to discord. Bear in mind, your intent is discord. The tarot card in question is all about discord. So even though I'm not binding them together in love, I'm binding them together in discord. So keep going and seeing in your mind's eye what you want to happen. That's extremely important. And once you're done, so I just tie this in 3 little knots. I'm not sure this is going to fit into this jar. I'm going to have to put the go on pause a minute. Yeah, I got it in. So, okay, I'm going to put some vinegar in there to get the ball rolling. So, as you're doing this, see them break up, see everything fall apart, see them move out, go their separate ways. Okay, excuse the noise. Ain't nice. Okay. I hate the smell of vinegar. I really despise it. Poppy seeds, again, confusion, discord. Put some black salt in there to bring about the darkness. Cat and dog hair to get them to argue, fight like cats and dogs. Okay. We want to put some cemetery dirt in there because we want to symbolize the end, the death of the relationship. Okay, and let me see. I'm going to put in some chili powder, some devil's dung to stink the relationship. Despair. If you don't have this, just use what you have. I realize that not everyone has all these oils, etc. Problem with the lid of this is separation oil or breakup oil. Yeah, it's all these bottles have odd lids. This is hate oil. We really want them to hate each other. We want the relationship to end so that there's no going back. Okay. What else? I really have to hold my nose whilst I do this. Destruction powder. Okay, what else do I need? I'm going to put in some precipitation powder, black, to hasten everything. Okay, and some little bits of lime just to further sour everything. If I can get them in there. Oops. Putting a bit too much in, I think. Anyway, some sulfur. Come on. Have to refill that. A little bit more chili flakes to bring about the arguments discord that we need. Okay, I'm going to pop the top of that on that. Oh no, I need nails. Sorry. Let me see. Put in 9 nails. Or 5, or whatever number. I like odd numbers. Give it a good shake. So I will shake that up every night. I'll do that for a few days. I'm going to burn this candle down in notches, like the previous video. It's a black candle, and I'm going to be engraving that tonight with the petition and the names, the dates of birth, etc. I know you didn't have the date of birth of the female. It doesn't matter because I was able to make a doll and build a link that way. Okay, where's the cards? I did a card reading. So I looked at their situation, him and her. Now, the center card, the most important card in this reading is the Coffin, and that is a really good card. That is a card of death. It's a card of endings. So the relationship at the minute does not look good, which is good for us. We have over here the Moon. That's a card of happiness and and being in love and all that. But we have beside it the Scythe, which is an abrupt cut, which signifies the end of something. So it ties in with the card in the middle, which is the Coffin. But over here we've got the Bouquet, and we have the Snake. So the Snake is highly likely to be the woman in question, I think. I've said before in videos, when I see the Snake, I think of a dark woman with glasses. Dark-haired woman, long dark hair, glasses, sometimes glasses, but dark hair, and very sly, very cunning, just not a nice person at all. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking it's her. And she comes with the bouquet, being all nice and lovey-dovey, and but behind the scenes, she's a real nasty, cunning person. She comes across as this go-getter in life, but really, at the end of the day, she's not. She's very. She's just very, very underhand, would be the word I'm looking for. But I don't see him wanting to be with her at all in this reading. I do think there'll be an end here. It's not looking very positive at all, which is good. So this is the breakup, and I will work on that jar for you. Get back to me and let me know how things are with you. Please try your best not to get into too much of a upset, even though I know things are really difficult and you want your guy back and all the rest. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense. But please, 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 do those visualizations that I mentioned. I think I mentioned to you. Keep your mind clear, focused. Put put a bit of distance between you and him, just so that we can let the spell go out and, reach him. I always say to everyone, avoid confrontation with your guy or your woman, because the spell rolls a lot easier when you do those things. So basically, that is what I have. I do have a lot of work coming up. I know I say this in every video, but I have a ton of emails, or not emails. I have a ton of videos. I have a head working. I think I have 2 head workings coming up, and I've got a head working plus a head working via a picture. I don't know if any of you are interested in it, but when I do head workings, I don't just use the skull candle. I don't just use that. I do head workings via the actual photograph. I've been doing it that way for a long time now. So if anyone's actually interested in that, I can explain a little bit of it to you. Probably I do need another video for that, but I can give you like a quick explanation. So say that's a picture of your target. What I'll do is I'll scry into that picture, and what I'll do is I will, how can I put this? I'll get into a meditative state. I scry into his photograph, and what I'll do is I subtly send out suggestions about you. You doing this would really, really improve the spell, because you're the one that has a lot of feelings, and you're the one that you are the people that carry it in yourself, if you know what I mean. And if you can tap into that, and this is very, very complex to explain, but what I do is I flip it around. This is gonna sound crazy. I probably shouldn't even tell you, because it sounds so crazy. I flip it around as if I am the target, and I am the one thinking about the client, and I am sitting here saying all these things about the client, about how times past were great, and I make suggestions about how I should pick up the phone, how I should contact you, I miss you, the good times we had, etc. So what I do is I start off with the photograph, and I make a link with the photograph, and I start off by, this takes a long time actually. I started off by building a link with the photograph and sending thoughts, and then I flip it around as if I am the person in the picture looking out at you, and I make suggestions that way. So that is really complex, I'm sure. But over the years, I've been very, very well versed in psychic seduction. As you probably know, there's a video a while ago, maybe a year ago, I'm not sure, of when I was extremely young. I was dabbling in psychic seduction. I read the Satanic Bible, or it was a Satanic Witch, I'm not sure, by Anton LaVey, and I thought this book was absolutely great. It was one of the best books ever, and I still think that. It's all about empowering women, etc., which you can't go wrong with. And that book taught me a lot about vampirism, and I mean psychic vampirism, so to speak. And that's how I learned a lot of my techniques. And it's a very, that's why I like to give exercises to to you, visualization, and especially when your target is asleep, it's a very, very good time to make suggestions. It's all to do with building up your mind, and capturing. This is so hard for me to explain. Building up your mind and to get a mental image, and then just to tap into that and send that directly to the person. You can also send hit the chakras, certain chakras, especially for curse work. That is another thing. I'm digressing a little, but chakra points is another thing where you can curse people via their chakra points. I'm not sure if I've done that before. It's actually probably going to be another good curse work spell I might do. So someone has a weakness in a certain area. I can look for it via pendulum or something, and I can target that area. It's very effective. Anyway, I think I've said enough for tonight. I'm waffling on. I'm probably sound like someone that's deranged, but these techniques do work. I really wouldn't have it any other way. I honestly, psychic vampirism is a really, really good tool to have in your arsenal. And I will do a video in depth on that because a lot of people have been asking about it, and I really need to do that. Excuse me, because the video I did put up with regards to my own love spell story, etc., it got a lot of interest, and I think I owe it to a lot of people to go a wee bit more in depth into that. So it was the Satanic Bible. I think I can look that up if anyone does want to know about the book. Was for sure I can look it up and find it. It's been a while since I've read it, and I would like to read it again because I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's thehouseofmagic@gmail.com or the comment section for everyone else. This week I have a lot of videos coming your way. I have a stack of videos, so I know there are people waiting on their videos, and they will all be out this week. So just to let you all know, I'll be in touch. If you haven't heard from me in 2 days, write back to me because I have been very, very busy, especially with regards to moon phases, etc. I work with regards to the full moon. So please, please, please get back to me if you need to. It's email again, thehouseofmagic@gmail.com, and I'm out of here.